trying to think of the last things we were talking about, but it was, like I love you anymore, and then she was like, you're never gonna see the kids.
What a contradiction. So in other words, Chris Watts just said he was trying to think about what they were discussing while he was about to murder his wife, when he had just gone into the bedrooms of his two daughters and smothered them. He's saying that Shan'ann saying, you're never going to see your kids again. Let's listen to that one more time.
Trying to think of the last things we were talking about, but it was, like I love you anymore, and then she was like, you're never gonna see the kids.
Oh,
that was it.
That's perfect, Chris. That's exactly what we need. Okay.
Will somebody please make it make sense? But it will never make sense because it's chaotic and it's chaos magic. I don't know why, but every single time in my head I hear, oh, Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki, so fine, you blow my mind. You blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Did you blow Chris Watts' mind? Did he say that? Wasn't he like, when I saw her, she took my breath away. And then he basically took Shan'ann Watts' breath away. Well, anyway, the odd thing about the comment as he's strangling his drugged wife, that she threatened she was going to take the kids away after he admittedly gone into the kids' room and strangled them. You're never going to see the kids again, she threatened. But yet, he thought he'd killed them. So then I started thinking, and this is all theory, guys, all theory. Then I was thinking, remember when both Chris Watts and Nicole Kessinger, the mistress, admitted to him falling asleep at random times during their time together? And one time while he was asleep, whilst he was sleeping, she admitted to him how she had set up dates with other men on eHarmony, or one of the apps that she's so crafty with. And I was thinking to myself, who really said,
you're never gonna see your children again?
Was it Shan'ann Watts? Or was it someone else? Was it, oh, Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Or the other thought I had was, I don't know if you guys, if you don't watch our channel, check out our channel, as we've done a slew of videos on Chris Watts, his mistress, Nicole Kessinger, as well as Shan'ann and the girls. And we've dived into everything from
Anadarko dark.
Trying to think of the last things we were talking about, but it was, like I love you anymore, and then she was like, you're never gonna see the kids.
She told me I'll never see the kids again. In reality, you had just come out of the room from smothering them, and you were telling her that while you were strangling your drugged wife? Question mark? Thinking about, oh, Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Oh, Nikki. Are you the handler?
The handler schmandler.
Oh, that was it. That's perfect, Chris. That's exactly what we need. Okay. And I know it's hard to walk through that again, but that's exactly what we need. So then,
as soon as she started talking like that, then it was on.
I feel like he was about to do a seal clap like, oh, Chris did the a good job. He remembered all his wines by his widow old self. Anywho, let's get to the serious stuff. Statistics show that 90% of fatalities or murders, either men or women that snap and murder their family, were abusing them for quite some time. Okay? And this is all allegedly and theory, guys. Would it be a far jump to say that Shan'ann's surgery on her neck, what was that caused from?
I could never see him hurting my sister, let alone like smacking her. I've never even heard her yell, get loud, curse.
Would it be a far jump to say, and this is all allegedly and theory, guys?
Seriously, like,
You never heard
unbelievable.
any violence between them?
At our wedding, I'm crying, thanking God for him and being in my sister's
And
life.
again, the statistics state that 5% of women suffering from hidden DV actually tell their friends and family. They keep their friends and family in the dark. And was not Chris Watts the one handling all of her meds? And by handling, I mean he got them from the pharmacy and he gave them to her when she took them. He set timers for them and the girls. Starting from Shan'ann's surgery on her neck, all the way back when she first found out she had lupus. So if that's the case, and Chris Watts was
handling her meds
from the time she had lupus throughout her neck surgery, how easy would it have been for him to drug her and the girls? Question mark. But the thing that really, really disturbed my spirit, like from the core of my soul, and I looked at this as like a generational curse, because these are specific bloodlines that are in this group of people that practice the same old human sacrifice and rituals from antiquity. From what I'm about to play you will hear it. You will hear it for yourselves. The Chris Watts confession. And I'm not here to judge him. I just think it is very telling about his mental state. And in my opinion, just from him doing this and admitting to it, just from him admitting to it shows that there is a much deeper root here and that this goes way back. Was that he tells the story that he goes into the girl's room, he smothers them first, he thinks they're dead, then he goes in, he nudges Shan'ann awake, he sits on top of her in an uncomfortable way, and at some point he has sex with her. He has sexual intercourse with her.
So she comes home at 2 in the morning. She gets into bed. Was, when you guys had sex together, was that pretty quickly after she came home?
I think it was around like 2:30 because I felt like she'd be in bed for a little while.
A little bit? Okay. And forgive me, it's not a pervy thing, but she woke you up?
Yeah, she was just, I could feel like a hand was on me, like rubbing my leg or my chest or something like that.
And then that was, signal it's go time type thing?
Pretty much. She was like, yeah.
Okay, I get it. And then that was maybe a half an hour after.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, is there any talking? Or was it just kind of
just like
quiet in the middle of the night?
Yeah. Just like I just felt her hand around me. I'm just like, what? And it was
time
like,
to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
A necrophiliac, or aka a necrophile, or aka paraphilia as it's modernly called by the World Health Organization. But let me read to you what it says. Herodotus also alluded to the Greek tyrant Periander had defiled the corpse of his wife. Employing a metaphor, Periander baked his bread in a cold oven. Acts of necrophilia are depicted on ceramics from the Moshi culture, which reigned in northern Peru from the 1st to the 8th century CE. A common theme in these artifacts is the masturbation of a male over the deceased sacrificed female corpse.
That's funny. All right. Then a couple hours of sleep. Alarm goes off. Okay. I guess what I don't understand is, so then there was some talking, and then how did you get on top of her? How did that happen?
It was like when I got into bed, I just because she was laying, when she was sleeping, she was laying like face down, which she really never does.
Okay.
And I just got into bed and I kind of nudged her, and then she like kind of rolled over, and then I was just like right there on top of her.
Okay. And so that was after you'd gotten ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go down, you make your food.
Oh yeah, I got like cottage cheese and another couple things that I made my food that day.
Okay. And then, so this is, we talked a little bit earlier today about, there was all of these things playing in your mind where you just didn't even want to go another second without having this conversation or without some sort of completion, right? Mm-hmm. And then so you come back, she's asleep, and then you just kind of nudge her?
Yeah, I just kind of like, hey, look up for a second.
And was there nudge talk for 20 minutes, or was it just nudge and then all of a sudden you're on top of her?
No, she's pretty much on top.
Okay, so that happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's how we kind of pretty much talked.
Okay.
That was just right there.
And was there talking?
Yeah.
Okay, and so a nudge, a talk, she's laying down and you're standing up?
I crawled back, I got on my side of the bed.
Uh-huh.
And I just like nudged her like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you're talking while you're on top of her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That seems confusing to me. Is that actually what happened? Okay. And so...
And she was fine, like just laying there when you trying to talk to her while you're on top of her?
Maybe I thought we were going to have sex again or something.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were going to have sex again or something.
Okay. And how long did you talk?
About 15, 20 minutes.
Really? In that position? Okay. And was there any sex?
No.
Okay.
Maybe I'm basically from the position that we're in. Maybe she thought maybe I'd try to go again. I don't know.
Okay. And I don't harp on it too much, but I'm just trying to think, if my wife's 4 months pregnant and it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I want to talk and I want to get on top of her, that's just not going to fly. So that's why I'm confused. So, is that really what happened?
Yeah.
Okay. And then talk for about 15 minutes, and then it's heated, and then your hands are on her neck. Okay. All right.
What did the talk consist of?
Basically, just about how at first it was more of like the selling the house type of thing, or not going to Aspen, or trying to maybe go in at a different time, and then it just switched all to the I don't feel like I'm in love with you anymore, not compatible. Went to that, and that's when I got to the heated part of it.
Okay.
Did she ever say at some point, get off me or anything like that?
At the end,
Yeah.
that's what she said. I don't want you to feel like because where I was, it was kind of like she didn't want me to sit down or like hurt the baby or anything like that. So it was just kind of.
Did she accuse you of cheating at that point?
Mm-hmm.
So what'd she say?
She's like, I knew there was somebody else. I didn't come out to say, that there is somebody else, but she obviously already knew.
And your response to that was what? Did she say, no, there's not? Did you deny it?
I believe I just denied it, but at that point, because when she would accuse me at the beach, she was like, there's nobody else, or like,
And I've often wondered, was it afterwards? Was it after the act? And maybe that's what the girls heard. I just want to reiterate that when someone, or if Chris Watts claimed, he said he had sex with Shan'ann, so that could have meant he ejaculated on her or near her or on her and took it with him as a souvenir. That's what a lot of people do, and that's how it could have gotten missed in the autopsy. Very easy peasy.
But then she rolled completely onto her back when you started talking to her?
Now, as hard as that was, we need to talk about the girls too, okay? All right, thank you. So with the girls, we talked about how they got into the truck with you and were alive, okay? Are you 100% sure that's true? Okay.
And I also wondered if only Bella woke up, if any of the two girls, but probably Bella in my spirit, because that's the one he talks about the most. Comment below your thoughts on all of this. I think just Bella. If this was some type of ancient ritual sacrifice killing, then he could have possibly made Bella watch. But he claims he killed both the girls, and then he went into Shan'ann. So he also claims he had sex with Shan'ann, which is necrophilia, which is part of the ancient rituals, the ancient human ritual sacrifices, having sex with the body afterwards. That seems to be the only believable story. He never mentioned Celeste. This is all allegedly. We're never going to know unless Chris Watts tells us. And again, he sprinkles in a little bit of lie with the truth. So he tries to stick with the story and keep his facts together. They have a script. A scripty script. But yeah, the fact that he admits to having relations with her, because the very first thing that he said he did was smother the girls. So in his mind, they were deceased. So when he's telling the story, like I said, of climbing on top of Shan'ann, nudging her awake, did he have sex with her while he was strangling her? Did he have sex with her after he killed her? Comment your thoughts below. And also comment your thoughts below. Who do you think the she is that he's referring to when he says, she said, I'll never see the girls again? Right after he smothered them. Comment your thoughts below. And also comment your thoughts below. Do you think that Chris Watts was drugging the girls with either some kind of plant-based drug that doesn't show up in the system, or with their medication that they took, that they got prescribed to them? He doled out the meds to the girls. And also comment below if you think that by Shan'ann being in a dysfunctional relationship, that it's her fault. A lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, she abused him in the videos. She emasculated him. Well, he didn't have to deal with it, right? And a lot of people do that for banter, to be relatable, because a lot of people have husbands. A lot of people have relationships, and a lot of people are unhappy with their lives. And Shan'ann's job, working for a multi-level management or multi-level media, was to promote her product, Thrive, by using her perfect family with her perfect house and her perfect life. Even though she would get on and talk about her struggles, she had to be relatable, but she also had to set a certain image. So she was relatable, but she always had to look a certain way and be attractive to bring people in. Jeffree Dahmer, who not only drugged but tortured his victims after he drugged them, and he would keep them for a while in a coma-like state, and then when they would die, he would have sex with their corpses for days and days before he would try to turn them into zombies, and then he ate them. He eventually killed them and ate them. And he said he did it so that he could be closer to them. And it was something that he hid because it was unshareable with other people. In my opinion, Chris Watts is exactly like Jeffree Dahmer. But at the end of the day, he could have just left. Period. And again, murdering your wife and children and pregnant wife is familicide, which is domestic violence. I want to say that one more time for the people in the back. Murdering your family is domestic violence. It is the ultimate. It is like drug addiction. What's the worst that can happen with a drug addiction? You die. Right, exactly. That's why you don't want to be in it. So let's be nice to each other in the comments. I do appreciate all views. Just talk nicely. Bad energy. And we're not with that. But we still love you anyway. Y'all need a hug out there, I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts below on all this. This is all allegedly.
And for entertainment purposes only.
Thanks for walking with me, guys. And leave your comments below on all of this mess. And we'll be back soon. Check out our other videos. Like, subscribe, and share to support our works. And we'll be back soon with another video. Sing it with me now. I'm Nikki, yes I cry, and take my breath away. And Nikki. And Nikki. We'll be back soon.